let's do some motor mounts. You can tell from my short but sweet intro, we're going to do some motor mounts today. This car, both motor mounts are collapsed according to the dealer's write-up, so I went ahead and bought new ones. I got one from the driver's side, one for the passenger side. What you're seeing here was, or is, me tearing down the whole intake system and cleaning out all the hoses and replacing hoses. So I figured since I've got it all off, why not go ahead and hit the motor mounts, which are easily accessible, at least on the driver's side, with all this stuff up. Got the car up on jack stands, took the wheels off. I should be able to pop at least the driver's side out rather quickly and put the new one in. The passenger side is going to be a little more difficult because it's underneath the supercharger. So that one is going to be a little interesting because I'm going to have to get the top bolt from underneath. So I'm already gloved up, and let's go ahead and hit it and see if we can't get these swapped out in a short amount of time. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but once I do it, my engine should be a lot more vibration free, I'm hoping, because this thing shakes like crazy when you first start it up and if you get on the gas. So definitely needs these done. All right, let's get to it. Here's the driver's side one out, and what they said was it was collapsed, and as you can see, it is in fact collapsed. Now, it was not easy getting this one out, as easy as I thought it was going to be. And now that I see them side by side, God, I hope I can get the new one back in, because it was very tight to get that sucker in there. I had to kind of take my time very patiently and maneuver it around and finally got it out. So there it is. This is the mount right here. And maneuvering it in this area, not easy. Now, they did say, from what I was reading, is that I can take out the steering dampener. However, it looks like I think that's a sway bar, still would be in the way. So I was just able to maneuver it out. Luckily, I don't have anything in here, so I think that helped quite a bit. But we're going to try and get that sucker back in there. I can't film while I'm doing it because, well, all you'd see is the back of my head. So I will get the new one in, and then we'll come back over here and we'll take a look at it and we'll lower it down. So here is the passenger side, and much like the other one, I mean, look at this. The whole top is all rotted out. Probably been leaking for a long time. Nothing leaked out when I pulled them out, but these things are filled up with hydraulic fluid, I guess. And yeah, this one is much better. So getting this one out, not too bad. There was a heat shield I had to remove. And I had to maneuver the front wheels left and right for that steering dampener. And it just kind of took the right combination to get it to drop out. So hopefully it goes back in just as easy, but when you look at the size difference, you know, there's a good half an inch or so difference. So trying to maneuver this new one in the same area that this one is, as you run into some issues. But I think, oh wow. But I think moving the steering rack, you know, left and right as I'm doing it, and since the battery's disconnecting everything and there's no weight on them, I could just do it by hand. I was actually going to take off the dampener, but as I started, I put the wrench on there and I moved it, the whole steering rack turned, and I was like, oh, I'll just keep maneuvering that, and it all seemed to work out. So now we'll head on and get the driver's side in, and then this will be done. Engine mounts are in, so it wasn't as bad as I thought. I think it took me about 3 hours total, but you know, I didn't rush to get it all done. Driver's side, big pain in the butt. A lot of maneuvering to get the old one out. I had to raise the motor, lower the motor, just to kind of create some room. Finally got it out, popped the new one in. Putting the new one in took me about 5 minutes, so it wasn't too bad. Bolts were easy to get to. Passenger side, I ended up having to move the steering rack, and the damper bar seemed to be the thing that was stopping me. so I can see why people say remove that. I didn't need to remove it. All I had to do was just kind of maneuver the steering position, and I was able to pop it out. Then went ahead, put the new one in, and again had to raise the motor a little bit. But actually going in was simple. There's a heat guard that goes over the top of it. I did not put the rubber boot on because the old one I took off didn't have it, and I figured I didn't think that was a big a deal. But the heat guard definitely needed to be on there, and it's just a metal cap that kind of sits over the top, and it also gets bolted in. Getting the bolt in and the mount lined up, because there's a little tab, a little bit of a pain in the butt, but I was able to reach up in, get the bolt in, and kind of maneuver it, and then lower the engine just a little bit. And it popped right in there. I was able to get the screw started. Bottom went pretty in because I could see it, so that was pretty simple. I did run into one issue. The bottom screw, now there's a hollow tube that runs as part of the suspension. When I first took the bolt off, it fell into that hollow tube, and there's no way to reach in there. But what I was able to do, and I don't know how I did it, I grabbed one of those little grabber tools that had a magnetic end on it, and I just kind of kept moving it along, and finally the bolt just popped right out. So that was pure luck. I have no idea how I did that. I was expecting to have to run down the parts store and find that bolt. But got it, put it back on, lowered everything, and now, look at that. Oh, that's nice. See, that's what's supposed to happen. It's supposed to move like that because of the motor mount. So, job successful. And now we can move on to the next thing, which is the brakes. Since I've got the wheels off, I might as well do that. And stick around for the next episodes, which will probably be the brakes. All right? So if you got a project on your car, don't be afraid to glove up and F and do it. And please hit that subscribe button. Tell people about it. I would love to get some more subscribers, but I really appreciate all the guys and girls that have subscribed to my channel right now. And if you have any questions, car related or otherwise, life related, sometimes I got some words of wisdom for that too. Go ahead and put them in the comment section below, and I will try to answer it. I found somebody who can answer it. So till next time, thanks for watching.